Jennifer Lopez is not only from the block, but she has been around it quite a bit too. Here are some celebrity men who've regretted dating. The star first youp is Ben Affleck. You had to know, right? Ben Affleck has publicly addressed regrets about his highly publicized relationship with Jennifer Lopez in the early 2000s. And now now the two began dating in 2002. Shortly after, Ben split from actress Gwyneth Paltrow, and they became engaged a year later. However, their relationship was filled with intense media scrutiny, with many criticizing, their pairing as a publicity stunt. Now, the couple eventually called off their wedding in 2003, just days before the ceremony, and officially ended their relationship in 2004. Then, and JLA would go on to reconnect and, marry each other on July 16, 2022 in Las Vegas, Nevada. But that was short-lived as they recently finalized their divorce in January of this new year. Now the do state that Lopez will keep her green $5 million engagement ring that Ben gifted her when they kindled their romance lucky girl. Now in hindsight, Ben has spoken about how the intense media attention and pressure took a toll on him and their relationship. And he's expressed a lot of regret over how things, have played out then. And now he's made it very clear, allegedly though, that, he regrets actually his marriage to Jenny, and also said that he was quote unquote BL blinded by just how, lustful it was when they reconnected, and that it quickly fizzled out once the affection was replaced by bickering and tension. Now this was, a spinning the block gone wrong incident. Sometimes it might be best to just leave your ex where they belong. And Noah. Now, so despite their relationship being literally like decades ago, this man has not gotten over it. Like, if holding on to the past was a person, it would be him. In 1997, Jennifer's movie career was just getting started with her breakout role in Selena. This was the year she also married her first husband, Ohan Noah, when they split. Though 11 months later, Noah Mod plans to release a tell-all book about their relationship. But J-Lo filed a lawsuit and one preventing it from, happening. He later revealed he was driven by jealousy in their romance when she stepped out publicly, at events with Shaw Diddy Combs, who she later went on to date. Ohan told Daily Mail at the time, I rang Jen and asked why she was going out with him on dates, and she said, "It's just business. This is what I'm being told I have to do." I was jealous, and I would scream. But you're married while Han was, barred from releasing his book. He did share more details of their relationship in a 2011 YouTube video when he said, "The wedding was very crazy. I love the fact that I got married because I was totally in love. I was crazy in love. We were totally in love." And when news broke, of Jennifer and Ben's nuptials, Ohan sent well wishes in an interview he did in 2022, telling the Daily Mail, "I wish her Ben the best," before adding though, "but I'm not convinced it will last. He wasn't wrong. But damn, Sean Puff Daddy P. Diddy love comms. Honestly, I don't know, this man has had so many names anyway." The two dated from 1999 to 2001, and while that seems like such a short time, it was fueled with drama and controversy. The relationship was marked by glamorous appearances, emotional turbulence, and legal troubles. It's crazy cause to this day, his legal troubles are still haunting her. J-Lo and Diddy met actually while filming the music video for If You Had My Love Back in 1998. Not long after, Jennifer had gotten married to her first husband, Ohan Noah. By early 1999, Diddy and JLA were officially a couple, but Jen has claimed Diddy aggressively, pursued her, calling her regularly and quickly, confessing his love for her. She said, "I kept my distance from him, but then he kept calling me. And I guess it was fun at first now. He's from New York. I'm from New York. We just speak the same language, and we both love music." She continued to say, "He guided me and was very sweet at first." Both J-Lo and Diddy were at the top of their game. They attended every award show together, most famously the Grammys in 2000 when she wore that very iconic low-cut green tropical Versace dress. Now, in December 1999, the couple were arrested over a row at a club that ended with a blast-out that left 3 injured now in 2001. While they were still together, J.Lo even opened up about how Diddy would use her first marriage breakdown against her, threatening to divorce her despite not being married to her later. That year, J.Lo and Diddy did split, with therapist blaming it primarily on their hectic schedules, getting in the way of spending time with each other. Another reason for Diddy and J.Lo's split is, by his own admission, he never fully got over his ex Kim Porter, with whom, he had children with, and, when he met Jennifer now, despite calling J.Lo his perfect match. When discussing the relationship, he added, "I figured I'll give it a shot, and maybe Kim will catch on that I'm really into her, and want her too." He would go on to say that he regretted doing that because it backfired, and he regretted dating her because apparently she brought a lot of trauma to his life. That's rich coming from him. Marc Anthony is next. Jennifer Lopez and Marc Anthony's relationship and divorce were marked by a secret marriage, the birth of twins, and a difficult but amicable separation. No, they met actually way back in 1998, while he was actually performing on Broadway in the musical The Seaman, which actually closed on March 28, 1998. Now, in Lopez's memoir True Love, she wrote that Anthony's first words to her were, "One day you're going to be my wife." They were friends, but never actually thought of dating. In 2004, they married actually, though in a secret ceremony. Anthony and Lopez, tied the knot in this very secret ceremony. In June, at Lopez's home in Beverly Hills, they dated for just 6 months before getting married. Though, they didn't announce anything, the bands on their respective left fingers made the news public for them. Lopez later told People magazine, "When you find that person who doesn't run when things get hard, I think that's where, Marc proved to me that he was more of a man than anything I had experienced." In November 2007 is when they announced they were expecting, and by 2008, they had their twins. And Max Anthony and Lopez announced that they were separating in July of 2011, with a source saying the couple split after months of non-stop arguing, and Marc and Jennifer decided, it's just best to go their separate ways for the sake of their twins. Now, weeks prior, Lopez actually sparked rumors of a split when she attended the BAFTA Brits to watch party in law without her wedding ring or her husband. Now, following the announcement, a source said that Lopez was focusing on her work after the separation. They said for her, it's back to business. She is all about her career. She's excited to move on. Nearly 10 months after their separation, Anthony filed for divorce from Lopez, and on April 9, 2012, it was just citing irreconcilable differences. However, in the months following the separation, the former couple continued actually working together on music and as judges on a dance competition show. So despite them continuing their professional relationship, Marc did not maintain a personal one. Except, of course, co-parenting. Many people speculated that he regretted their marriage, and there's rumors he used to talk about that with his close friends, and he wished that he never went there. Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez met a long time ago, actually, all the way back in 1999 when A-Rod asked J.Lo for her autograph and gushed over the fact that she was actually his celebrity crush. It wasn't until 2005 that they would run into each other again at a Yankees game. But in 2017, the two reconnect, after bumping into each other at a restaurant. The rest is history, and from there, they actually start to date, with the two making their first red carpet debut at the Met Gala. Going on a European vacation was another thing they did. Then they had a joint birthday party, and then they just moved in with each other. It happened very quickly, but in 2019, the pair announced they got engaged while they were in the Bahamas. In 2020, their wedding got postponed due to the world basically ending, or so we thought. And in 2021, they break up and end their engagement. Many people thought, they would be like it for each other. They seem to have a good, healthy, solid relationship. That seemed different than any of J.Lo's past partners now. At first, it was reported, that A-Rod had no regrets over his time with J.Lo, and he would go on to repeatedly tell anyone that would listen, that he had no hard feelings. He was pleased that they had their moment and, just gushed over how talented she was, he said, "Jennifer is the most talented human being. Look, we had a great time," also saying that she was like the hardest worker and the greatest performer that he's ever met, and he's happy they can maintain a friendship. But, some time moved on. This tune kind of changed once she got back with Ben. A-Rod seemed to be talking more while saying less. It's alleged he told Astery's source close to him that, he said too many good things when he didn't mean it. And he said he had some regrets and wished things had gone differently. He even shared a very cryptic post on Instagram during J-Lo's split from Ben, which had many people wondering what he was trying to insinuate. The post said, "You either go one way or you go the other. You might as well be the one deciding the direction." Is now, of course, all of these are just rumors, and, the details are not disclosed anywhere public, but according to this source, their breakup wasn't actually as pleasant as they led everyone to believe last. On my list, I have Chris Judd, now Jennifer, and Chris Judd met on the set of her music video for Love Don't Cost a Thing shortly after her breakup from Diddy in 2001. Now they enjoyed, a whirlwind romance and tied the knot that same year, only for her to file for divorce less than a year late. Chris suggested his ex didn't put in thief for it to make the marriage a success. He said to a news blog, "I can't give you the answer as to why her relationships don't work. I think that it's, the work, it's whether you want to work on it or not. When you sign up to get married, you can't just walk away from the dancer." And choreographer recalled how tough it was living out their relationship in the public eye. He said, "It's very tough. Your privacy is breached. You're no longer a normal person. Our wedding was a circus, I think. Several people got arrested trying to climbing up a mountain, trying to sneak. We rented the airspace." But with all of this, he still didn't blame Jennifer for the invasion of their privacy. He went on to say, "You sign up for that, you have to take it and accept it and embrace it. Once you stop fighting it, smooths itself over if you try to keep that privacy. It drives you nuts. And that's why people break." Although Chris said, they didn't call quits due to the lack of privacy. He did say at the time that it just didn't work out. He would go on to later talk a little more freely about how he truly felt during their time together. He would tell people a lot that, he just no longer felt like he was normal after marrying her. He also made claims, as to a lot of people that she had cheated on him with Ben Affleck, since she was filming that horrible movie, Give with Ben. The same year that she married Chris now, however, J-Lo had denied those accusations many, many times. One person who wasn't convinced, however, was Chris' father. He went out of his way to tell the New York Daily News in 2003 that Jen was infatuated with Ben Affleck from the start and suggested that Lopez was not being truthful about her faithfulness. He said she'd just be happier if she would tell the truth. Chris's whole family, actually, blames Jennifer's feelings for Ben as the reason her marriage to Chris ended. Who do you guys think will be Jen's new man for this new year? Will she stay single for a while or be engaged by December? Let me know your thoughts. I'm your host, Blake. It's been great catching up.